with Ben Radley and Gregg Harrison. We have a special treat for you tonight, a dynamic duo. They've written numerous essays according to their newfound idea of transcendentalism. First on the show, we have the founder of the Transcendentalist movement.
He's from Boston and went to the Harvard Divinity School and is the editor of The Dial, which published many transcendentalist writings. His first book, Nature, is one of the most important publications of transcendentalists. Please welcome Ralph Waldo Emerson.
I was reading your last essay titled Nature, and I have to ask you, could you expand on this idea of the eyeball?
Why, certainly. You see, when I said, I am a transparent eyeball, I am nothing, I see all. I was talking about detaching from my earthly form and becoming one with nature. My spirit would be connected to nature's spirit, which is divine. In that state, I can feel the oversoul, the connection between all beings. And from this state, I can recognize the divine spirit in nature and all things.
Oh, I see. I also have a question. How does nature connect to people, and how does it reflect upon humanity?
Well, you see, few people are in tune with nature. However, nature unites reason, faith in God, and erases humanity's imperfections. Also, whenever people are in nature, they are beautiful, but when they are in society, they are corrupted by selfish motives. You see, nature symbolizes youth, and when people are youthful, they are innocent and not corrupted. So nature is the core of youth.
That's very interesting. Does the audience have any questions?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
If no one conforms or relies solely upon themselves, then would society function? Would it cease to exist?
Well, if everyone would follow their intuition and listen to the oversoul, then everyone would be doing the right thing, and we would have a utopian society. If everyone looked out for each other, then everyone would be equal, and no one would try to take advantage of each other. Hence, we would live in a perfect world with no injustice.
That sounds great. You've got some pretty profound ideas. We'll be right back with Emerson and a surprise guest right after these messages.
Oh, hey there. I'm Corey Ham, and I'm here to speak with you about a very serious topic, the forest. Day by day, the man is trying to take down the forest, and day by day, people are letting him. It's time that we make a difference. It's time that we stand up for Mother Nature and our furry friends. Remember, it's your planet, and the power is yours.
The power is yours!
It's this.
Hey, next on tonight's show, we have a Harvard man born in Concord, Massachusetts, who divorced himself from society and lived in the woods.
He recently wrote a book called Walden, or Life in the Woods, and an essay called Civil Disobedience. Please welcome Henry David Thoreau.
It's mine!
So Thoreau, I recently read The Pawns in Walden, and I have a question about how the pawns portray your views over nature and their influence on you.
Well, you see, my views on nature are mainly about the fact that nature needs to be separate from civilization. Because when nature is viewed through society, it loses its beauty. And only through personal transcension can you truly see the beauty of nature. Hence, my isolation in the forest.
To expand on that idea, I believe that once someone truly transcends with nature, they become one with the Oversoul and can communicate with all beings. Hence, they become divine.
It's very interesting. Do any of the members of the audience have any more questions?
Yes, I do. I need a clarification on how nature can be perfect if it causes natural disasters.
Nothing is ever 100% perfect because life is always changing. But the essential beauty in nature is the ideal. It is perfect and uncontained in immortal beauty because nature represents the pure side of humanity.
Good question. We'll be right back with more from Thoreau after this short break.
I don't get it. What's Prop T?
Corey Hammond here again, and I'm here to talk to you about Proposition T. This proposition has everyone's best interest at heart. We want to make a government smaller and more efficient because the government is best when it governs the least. So the next time you're voting, vote Prop T. Vote for a better government. He chose the right vote.
Welcome back. Unfortunately, Emerson had to leave for a book signing. However, we have more questions for Thoreau.
Yes, I have a question for him. Based on your travels to the village, what are your views on society focusing on the individual person?
It seems to me like everyone is trying to compete and be better than each other at any cost, when all we really need to have is whatever is sufficient to live. I'm convinced that if all men were to live as simply as I did in the forest, thieving and robbery would be unknown.
What about society as a whole?
It's just like what the individuals are doing. All other countries try to take advantage of each other. Ours is no exception. Just look at the Mexican-American War. Americans trying to take advantage of Mexico. There is constant mudslinging at every turn.
What an amazing theory. Let's turn to the audience and see if they have any questions.
Yes, I have a question. What do you think are the consequences of your actions of opposing society and government?
Well, you see, when making a decision, you need to know the repercussions society has deemed appropriate. However, if everyone opposes, then a new just society will be created. Therefore, creating the utopian society everyone wants.
Alright, we're out of time. Thanks for being here to talk with us today. And as a treat, everybody gets a copy of The Night Thoreau Spent in Jail.
Wrap up everything we've talked about today, and it's now part of our book club.
That's right, free book club book. Good for you.
We are so lucky to add this book to our archives. Thanks again, Emerson and Thoreau, for being with us today. And until next time we meet, stay classy.
Hey, welcome back. Next on tonight's show, we have a Harvard man.
That was so loud. You see, nothing is ever 100% perfect because life is always changing. But the essential beauty in nature is the ideal. It is perfect and uncontained in immortal beauty because nature represents the pure side of humanity. Thank you, Jesus Christ.
It's like what my dog does. He scratches. He just lays his head on.
Sure.
If that's in the thing, I'm gonna laugh.
It's time that we make a difference. It's time that we stand up for. It's time that we stand up for. I forgot. It's time that we make a difference. It's time that we.
If no one relies or performs. No one relies or.
Good question. We'll be back with more from Thoreau after this short break.
So the next time you're voting, vote Prop T for the better government.